Hey guys, welcome to the 43rd video of the playlist on how to use SolidWorks for beginners. For those who are new to the channel, the link of the playlist is given in the description box below, or you can simply click on the I button which is present on the right top corner of your screen. In this video, we will be understanding the sketch driven pattern and the table driven pattern. So for that, to avoid the wastage of time, I have already created a 3D model in which the boss extrude 1 refers to this rectangular slab and the boss extrude 2 refers to this cylinder that I have drawn. Okay. Now suppose if I want multiple copies of this cylinder on the rectangular slab. So what I will do is that I will go to sketch linear pattern feature, and in this I will select the sketch driven pattern. Okay. Now before selecting the sketch driven pattern feature, you must have a sketch first. So to draw a sketch, I am going to select this particular plane and let me press Ctrl 8 so that this becomes perpendicular to a line of feature, and now I am going to click on sketch. Now wherever you want the copies of this particular cylinder, there you have to plot a point. So I will select a point, and suppose if I want a cylinder over here, 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 so wherever I want the cylinder, I will place the points over there. Now one thing that you must know is that you can even give the dimensions to this point. Suppose if I want this point to be at a distance of, let's say, 24 from the origin, so I will insert 24, see, and from the right edge also you can give the edge. Okay, let's keep it 12.22 only. Okay. So this is how you can even give the dimensions to this point as well, and wherever you exactly want the point at that particular position, you have to place a point. Now once the point is placed, now you have to end the sketch. So I will end my sketch here. Okay, so can you see guys, on this rectangular slab you are having different points. Now this sketch number 5 refers to these points that we have drawn. So now I will go to features. In this I will select the sketch driven pattern. In the sketch driven pattern, it is first asking us to select the reference sketch, and our reference sketch is nothing but the points that we have plotted. So I will go to this particular thing and select the sketch number 5. Now after this thing is done, now it is asking us whether you want to select features or faces, or whether you want to select the bodies. Now here I am going to select features. Okay, so here see, as soon as I select the features, at the points wherever I have plotted the points, at that particular position I am getting the cylinder. Okay, clear with this? Now if you select this particular thing here, if you want any face to get repeated, to have multiple copies, then you can select on this particular slot, and then you can select any face that you want. Okay, clear with this? Now suppose if you click on bodies, then what will happen is that, see, let me show you. If you select bodies, then see, this cylinder plus this whole thing is one complete body. So can you see the complete body is getting multiplied. Can you see? So for better visuality, what we will do is that we will go to features and faces and select the boss extrude 2, that is nothing but the cylinder, to be our feature. Similarly, you can select either faces or you can either select bodies. Clear with this? Now here there is options available like full preview and partial preview. If I click on full preview, then you can see the complete cylinder now. Okay. Now once this is done, you can now click on OK. So it is as simple as that. Wherever you want the copy of your 3D model, existing 3D model, at that point you can get. Okay, you just have to plot a point, and at that point, with the help of the sketch driven pattern, you can get the copy of the 3D model. Clear? So I hope guys that understanding understanding the sketch driven pattern was very easy, and now let us move on to the table driven pattern. Now before moving on to the table driven pattern, I will delete this particular pattern feature that we have used. Okay, now okay, even you can delete this points because we don't need them now. Done. Now before using the table driven pattern, you first require an axis. Okay, say basically require a coordinate system. So for that I will select on coordinate system, and let's say I want my coordinate system to start from this particular point. Okay. Now make sure that the x-axis and the y-axis lie on the plane. Okay, so I will select x-axis and I'm going to select one particular edge, and in the y-axis I'm going to select another edge. So can you see? Basically this is my coordinate system, where this green color is nothing but my y-axis and this edge is nothing but my negative y-axis. It is as simple as that. And here the red color is the x-axis, and the red color and the edge are both in same direction. Therefore I can say that this edge is acting like a positive x-axis. It is as simple as that. Now I will click on OK. Okay. Clear? Now guys, what I have to do here is that now I'll drop down this menu and I will now select table driven pattern. Now in the table driven pattern, it is first asking us to select the coordinate system. So in this coordinate system box, I'm going to select this particular coordinate system. In the bodies to copy, do I want the bodies to copy? No, I only want this particular cylinder, that is the boss extrude feature. Okay, so I only want this feature to copy. So I will select these features to copy and I will select this particular cylinder. Okay, so this complete cylinder has got selected. Now here you can select full preview for better visuality, and here you have to select where you want the first instance. So suppose if I want the first instance to be at a, let's say, distance of 20 in the x-axis. Okay, see, so it is at a distance of 20 from this particular origin, and in the x-axis, as you all know that this particular edge represents the x-axis. So from this origin it is at a distance of 20 mm, and in the y-axis, or where is our y-axis? See, this particular thing is our y-axis. Can you see this arrow? And if you give some, what, let's say 40, then can you see? You cannot see your cylinder. Why? Because it has moved out of your 3D model. Okay, therefore you, as I mentioned earlier, that this edge, this particular edge that we have selected, represents the negative y-axis. Therefore you have to mention negative 40 over here. See, can you see? Now you are getting your cylinder. So be careful where is your axis pointing towards. Here in order to have a 3D model, a copy of a 3D model on this particular plane, you must enter negative value of the y-axis. Why? Because the positive value of y-axis is going out of this particular rectangular slab. See, positive y-axis is pointing towards here, and therefore you will not get a copy of a 3D model. So similarly you can enter different values over here. Suppose if I enter 60 and let's enter 60, negative 60. See, can you see? I'm getting another copy. So in this way you can make use of the coordinate system, and you will get copies of anything that you want. Whether you want the copy of bodies, then you can get the copy of the bodies, or whether you want the copies of the features, you can do that also, or you can even have a copy of a face. Now suppose let me delete this particular thing and let me select the bodies to copy. See, can you see? According to the values that we have entered in this table, we are getting the multiple bodies. This complete thing is one body. Therefore we are getting copies of these bodies. Since we have entered 2 instances, 1 and 2, therefore we are getting 2 more copies of the original body. Okay, now you can click on OK. See, clear? So guys, I hope that you have understood this video and you have understood what is the sketch driven pattern and the table driven pattern. And if you like this video, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and guys, go check out other videos on SolidWorks on my channel. They might be helpful for you. And guys, thank you for watching this particular video.